First up is a flyweight MMA contest between Wakamatsu and Shua Wang. Wakamatsu is ranked number 3 in the One Championship flyweight rankings and is coming off of an unsuccessful title challenge. Shua Wang is a striker from China coming off of a loss to Takasutsu Wada and is hoping to break into the top 5 here. Wang is more of a striker with most of his wins coming via TKO. Wakamatsu is known a lot more for his striking. Wakamatsu has shown some really good offensive wrestling in his last couple bouts. He was even able to take down Adriano a few times in their title fight. As for how I think the fight's going to go, I think Wakamatsu is going to be more well-rounded, and I think he's going to be able to take down Wang at ease. I don't think he's as good of a wrestler Wada was, but Wada was able to control Wang pretty easily down there, and I think Wakamatsu is going to be able to do the same. I think he is going to win via a decision. After that, there is a women's MMA contest between Tiffany Time Bomb Teo and Ritu Fogat. Ritu was a finalist in the Women's Atomweight Grand Prix and is hoping to bounce back against the former 2-time strawweight title challenger Tiffany Teo. Teo has spent a lot of her time up at strawweight, but she has fought atomweight before. Ritu is hands down the best wrestler of the division, and she has proven to have some decent striking, though is limited in what she can do. She basically has a good left hook and then a good overhand right, though once you get outside of that, she doesn't have a whole lot. Teo is a lot more well-rounded. She's got really crisp boxing, and she's worked a lot on her grappling as well. She was able to hold her own on the ground with Michelle Nicolini, greatest female grapplers to ever do it. The biggest hole in Ritu's game plan is that she does not have very good jiu-jitsu. This was shown in her fight with Stamp Fairtex, who, despite being more predominantly striker, she was able to submit Ritu rather easily. And I think Tiffany has a much better grappling edge than Stamp did, not to mention her scrambles are a lot better. It's going to be tough for Ritu to take her down, seeing as how long and big Tiffany is, and Tiffany is probably going to be able to take the back pretty easily. The only way I see Ritu winning this is by controlling Tiffany for the entire bout, and it's going to be very difficult to do against someone as experienced and good as Tiffany is. For a prediction for this one, I'm going to go with Tiffany Teo taking this via second round submission. Moving on to a lightweight MMA contest between Sajid and Zhang Peng. Sajid is one of Khabib's proteges. He has only 2 defeats to his entire record and is coming off of an impressive victory over former welterweight title challenger James Nakashima. Zhang Peng is on 2-0 thus far with 1 championship. He was a UFC veteran a few years back. He holds a victory over former 1 champion Edward Folayang, and is a pretty well-rounded fighter. I think his best aspects are that he's a really good counter striker. He does have some good wrestling and overall pressure as well, though I don't think he is too exceptional in any area. Sajid, on the other hand, is okay on the feet. He does have a lot of holes there, but where he really shines is his wrestling. That Dagestani wrestling, he's got excellent top control. He's ginormous for the weight class. It's really easy for him to take down opponents. Nakashima was a really good wrestler, and he wasn't able to do hardly anything against Sajid. This fight, I think the really big edge here is going to be Sajid's wrestling. He's going to have a significant size advantage over Zhang, and Zhang really doesn't have much of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu edge there to maybe make it dangerous for Sajid to take him down. The only chance I give Zhang is if Sajid gets a little reckless on the feet and Zhang can counter-strike him pretty well, just like he did against Ruslan. But I don't think that's going to happen here. I think Sajid's going to win this one by using his wrestling, and I'm going to have Sajid winning via a second round submission. We then move into the heavyweight kickboxing Grand Prix as Asapore takes on Bruno Chavez. Asapore is 2-0 this far in 1, holding victories over Anderson Broderick Silva and Ismail Lundit. Bruno Chavez is making his debut in 1 thus far, and he's making it in the heavyweight Grand Prix semifinal. Asapore is a pretty reckless fighter. He's a very different guy to watch. Lots of spinning back kicks, lots of jumping kicks as well. Really good chin on him, very tough man to finish. He's got pretty solid cardio considering that he might not have the best physique in the world. Chavez, on the other hand, has really good boxing, really crisp, lots of good power. He mixes it to the body very well. And his cardio, on the other hand, is not always very exceptional, and he hasn't fought as well as like heavy competition as Asapore has faced. Making it for a prediction for this one, I think it could go either way. Chavez, I could see him maybe expelling too much energy in the first round of this fight, maybe trying to go for the finish too much and then gassing out. Asapore could then pour it on in the later rounds and maybe finish him similar to what he did against Ismail Landit in his most recent fight. However, just looking at their styles, I do favor Bruno here. He's a little bit more calculated. I think he is a little bit more dangerous. Asapore does not have very good boxing defense, and against someone that's as fast and powerful as Bruno, it's not going to be very safe for him. So I'm going to have Bruno Chavez winning this one. I think he'll take a decision, though. I don't think he'll be able to finish Iraj. Then, in the co-main events of the evening, the other semifinal heavyweight Grand Prix bout between Guto Innocente and the current one light heavyweight kickboxing champion, Roman Kriklia. Guto Innocente is 2-0 thus far in one, holding victories over Ray Opicic and Bruno Susano. Roman Kriklia, as previously stated, is the current one light heavyweight kickboxing champion and is hoping to add another title to his regimen. Both of these guys are very dangerous and well-rounded fighters. Guto is a very good boxer and he's got really good spinning kicks. That first round especially is very dangerous. He loves to go to the body, as you saw against Ray Opicic. Very accurate, very dangerous man. However, his biggest drawback is probably that he does not have very good cardio. You saw it in Glory, you're seeing it here as well. Once he gets out of the first round, he starts to fade pretty badly, and that's going to be a real problem against someone like Kriklia. Kriklia has really good cardio and pressure. He's very long, very tall for the division. He's going to have a pretty significant size disadvantage here. Guto is 30 pounds heavier than him, so there is going to be a power difference there. But I think that Roman's pressure is going to cause a lot of problems for Guto. If this was a 5-round fight, I think it would be a pretty big disaster for Guto Innocente here, because Roman would just continuously pressure him, gas him out, and just punish him along the way. But since it is 3 rounds, I do think Guto has a better chance here. That being said, I think that his cardio is going to make it a lot harder for him to succeed in this fight. The best chance he has is that he is going to be heavier. He is going to have the power advantage. Maybe he can rack up enough points in the first 2 rounds to win this fight overall, or maybe even get a knockout. But I think that Roman Kriklia is going to be the safe answer here. I think he's got better cardio and he's overall the better kickboxer all around. So I'll have Kriklia taking this fight via a decision. I don't think he'll be able to finish Guto because he was never dropped in his time with Glory, despite all the killer he faced over there. He is a very hard man to finish, and I think Roman is not going to be able to do that. Then finally, in the main event of the evening, for the featherweight Muay Thai title, Petchmorakot Petchini Academy will be defending his title against the young 23-year-old phenom, Tawanchai. This is going to be a clash of Muay Thai styles here. It's very much close in your face. He's excellent in the clinch. That's where he does a lot of his good damage there with knees, elbows. That's where he's gotten a lot of his finishes. Tawanchai is a lot more at range. He loves utilizing kicks. He's got a very dangerous left cross. He loves to mix up those weapons there. He's so precise and very accurate there. It's going to be an interesting contrast of styles. For Petch, the best strategy here is going to be go to the body of Tawanchai, and the longer this fight goes, the more it will favor him, because Tawanchai showed in the Sajid fight that his cardio could be affected by body shots. That was where Sajid had a lot of his success in the fight. Meanwhile, for Tawanchai, it's going to be just keep this fight at range, use your best weapons, the left cross, the body kicks, the leg kicks. It's going to be a very interesting fight between 2 legendary Thai athletes, both of whom aren't even 30 yet. This is going to be really fun to watch. For prediction, I'm going to lead Tawanchai here. I think he's just so dangerous, and Petch has just not looked the same in his last fight against Jimmy Vanute, who granted is a tough opponent, but Tawanchai just looks like another level here. So I'll have Tawanchai taking this one via a 3rd round knockout. That was my video. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. For a prediction for the fight to look out for, I'm going to give it to Kapitan taking on Alivari Ramazanov. This is just going to be a fight where both guys bring it. They're very exciting, and I can't wait to see what they're going to be like in small gloves. So cool to watch. And the fighter to look out for the most, I'm going to say Vilong Fairtex. He is a guy that's making his one debut on the prelims. I think he's a very interesting addition to the Bantamweight Super Series, and I can't wait to see how he does there. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment with your own predictions, like and share if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more content for Shower Tippy Productions.